This is the other trailer from D23 that I feel is worth talking about. It's our official trailer for Moana 2, a movie that I still think looks great. Man, D23 really fed us, didn't it? Alright, so let's dive into this new trailer. First thing I'm gonna touch on is the fact that I love the music in this trailer, like a lot. It's that chant that we remember from the first movie, which I've always loved. I mean, I love the harmonies, the language, just the wall of sound that started out the movie. I love the fact that it returns in this trailer, and that probably means it's gonna return in this movie. I mean, that was never in doubt, but still, I love the confirmation. And so yes, we do see that Moana has a new younger sibling. This is her little sister, Simea.
Little sis! Big sis! Hi. You were gone forever.
Yeah, if you remember my video about the teaser, I actually couldn't tell what gender that kid is. So this trailer, actually, it kind of feels like it goes out of its way to let us know that that's her little sister. And I'll be honest, that kid's pretty freaking adorable, which actually means a lot coming from me, I'm just saying. Moving on, we get to some backstory about the premise of this movie, finally.
Before Maui stole Te Fiti's heart, our ancestors wanted to connect our island to all the people.
First of all, I love that shot of Maui with that big purple orb behind him. That looks really cool. But secondly, and more importantly, alright, we have our backdrop. So I guess that's gonna be our goal in this movie. We're finishing what the ancestors started, reconnecting all the people of the ocean's islands. I'm game, so where do we start?
An ancient island. Setting foot on its sands would break the curse, bring our people together again.
Oh, perfect. Let's start there. Alright, at first when that part of the trailer came up, I was like, whose voice is that? Because it doesn't sound familiar. It might be that guy that we see later on in this trailer who's freaking out. I'll get to him in a minute. I'm thinking that is who it is. But touching on this line, apparently there is some ancient island that hasn't been seen or I guess visited in a while, and stepping onto its shore will break some curse. Alright, well, what curse? Does it have to do with that evil voice that we hear later? Which I'll also touch on in a minute. But it's funny because I do have to think about this. Moana 2, the main character gets a call from an ancestor to visit an ancient place to complete something that was started a long time ago. Frozen 2, the main character gets a call from an ancestor to visit an ancient place to complete something that was started a long time ago. Is someone getting lazy over at Disney Animation? I mean, granted, laziness is no stranger to them. I'm just saying this does kind of remind me a lot of Frozen 2's premise. I'm not complaining that much because I really like Frozen 2, and this movie still looks good, I just had to address it. About halfway through this trailer, we get the return of Maui, and he's more charismatic than ever.
Can I get a chee-hoo?
I do honestly wonder if that'll get annoying after a bit, because I'll admit I wasn't a huge fan of that line in particular. I don't know why, it does work for his character. It just seemed a little too snobby. Like, I thought he learned that lesson in the first movie to not be that way. I guess not. I have nothing against this character Maui. I love Maui. I love Dwayne the Johnson voicing Maui. He's probably gonna be awesome in this movie. I'm just kind of speaking my thoughts. Thinking out loud. Now, who is this evil voice that we hear right here?
You will be destroyed, and your wayfinder too.
This is news to me. Is this gonna be like a big villain in this movie? Some evil goddess woman that Maui's gonna have to fight? I mean, we really only get like a small glimpse of a big shadow, and it looks like a bunch of like ravens or birds flying around. I got nothing. I have no idea. I'm not even sure whose voice that is at the moment. Sounds cool though, and again, the visuals right there look awesome. This trailer is just visually stunning. You can't deny that. Again, par for the course for Moana movies. Like, I feel sorry for anyone in New York who's gonna be seeing this when it comes out, because it's gonna be like dingy and gray and rainy and snowy over there, and they're gonna go into a movie theater and watch this movie that has luscious beaches and colorful oceans, then they're gonna step outside and be like, oh crap, that's right, I live here. Thankfully, I live in Los Angeles, so I'm not gonna have that problem. Be jealous. We do get a snippet here of we see Grandma Tala is back, at least for one scene. I wonder if it's gonna be like the scene in Star Wars The Last Jedi where Force Ghost Yoda shows up. Like, she's gonna show up for one scene to give Moana a piece of advice, and then that'll be it. That does sound kind of cliche. Then again, you know, Disney Animation's always been one to follow the same formula, so it's not that big of a deal. And plus, I'll be happy to see her again because she's a great character. Moving on towards the end of this trailer, and getting back to that one guy who's freaking out.
Cockamora.
Yeah, this guy might just be my least favorite part of this trailer, because I'm wondering if he'll get annoying after a while. Like, he's freaking out and fainting when he sees Maui, he's freaking out when he sees the Cockamora. The way he's overreacting, yeah, I get it, it is very animated, in both senses of the word, but that's a staple of animation, you know? Emotions are exaggerated because you can do that in animation and it gets the point across. So I get it, but that being said, it can be used to a fault. It can be overdone, and it looks like, from this trailer anyway, that might just be the case. I'm not saying it will be. I'm just kind of hypothesizing right now based off what I see here. Because if I were there, like, in that situation with them, and he's freaking out, I would turn to him and be like, all right, dude, calm down, get in it, because we're in this. We're gonna fight them, be ready. This is no time to panic.
This is the perfect time to panic.
No, it's not. Again, though, that's just me. That's how I see it. All right, moving on. It looks like, all right, we are gonna be fighting these guys again. Not teaming up after all. In which case, I wonder, why are we doing the same thing again that we did in the first movie? That seems a little repetitive, doesn't it? Unless maybe the result of the fight is different. Maybe this will lead to a team up. I don't know. That'd be neat, actually. In fact, it would make sense. If we do end up needing to team up with these guys, they probably wouldn't be super agreeable right off the bat. There'd probably be a fight first. So yeah, I get it. But I do like this because because from what I see here, it doesn't look like Maui's gonna be here for this fight. So that makes it different. Instead, we got these other guys in the crew, including Mr. Freakout. So I wonder how they're gonna handle it. Guess we shall see. And come on, that last bit's pretty good.
Bring it on, Coco.
Nuts.
Calling back to when that happened to Maui in the first movie, because that was a funny moment.
Really? Blow dart in my butt cheek.
That's a good one. So in the end, Moana 2 still looks like it's gonna be awesome in my eyes. Yeah, I voiced a couple of gripes I have about this trailer, but those are really just nitpicks compared to everything else I see here, which looks amazing. I love the vibe, the atmosphere and tone, I love the music, I love the colors, I love the animation, the voice acting sounds perfect, Auli'i Cravalho returning, Dwayne The Johnson returning, Tamura Morrison returning as the chief, he's always a win. Although yes, Lin-Manuel Miranda is not returning to do the songs for this movie, because he's doing Mufasa instead. That is one thing I'm kind of keeping my eye on. I'm like, okay. Not sure if the music is gonna be as amazing as the first movie soundtrack, because the first movie's soundtrack is like awesome. So I'm gonna be wary of that. And also, I'm relieved that Wicked Part 1 is no longer coming out the same weekend as this movie. It's now coming out a week earlier, so both of these awesome musicals will have their time to shine. Great, awesome, can't wait. I'm ready to return to Motunui and sail beyond to Oceania. So, the official trailer for Moana 2, have you watched it yet? What are your thoughts on it? And what are your thoughts on the fact that Lin-Manuel Miranda is not coming back to do the songs? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Peace!